want to call you like my star child. It's like you push so hard for the many years, Bethany. You just crushed it. So, Bethany, we're getting ready for a show. You came so far in your fitness journey. I mean, your results are absolutely insane to the point where I'm sure you didn't believe you'll be here at this point,
Yeah,
right?
no.
No. And you would say you've gotten some amazing results, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I would say the results that I see now, I never could have imagined being here even a year ago.
hmm 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 All right, buddy. So I got a couple of questions for you if you're down to answer
Okay.
them.
Yeah.
So, so first let's talk about the goals that you had in just recent time before hopping onto the program and doing things on your own. What goals did you have?
So, about maybe a year, a little more than a year ago, I made the decision that I wanted a goal to be to compete and win a physique competition. Prior to that, my goals were kind of all over the place, like your normal build muscle, lose weight. But then I really honed in. I saw a couple people that I follow on social media, and I'm like, I want to do that. I'm going to do that.
Nice. That's awesome. So, really, what made you want to? You had that goal.
Hmm.
What made you want to actually hop on to this program with me?
So, well, we've been training for the last 6 years in person, but
Yeah.
having this additional online program, I don't know if I would have been able to navigate the workout specifically is one of the things without it. So it's different having an online program you follow by yourself compared to the trainer right there next to you. So for me, having the workouts there, having a place to have goals where, it got me into a routine instead of kind of being all over,
hmm
this online program has made that possible for me.
hmm hmm You know what was interesting that you mentioned that, Bethany, is that I do notice that those who take the approach on their own, whether they're fully online or even a hybrid like you, online
Hmm.
and in person, that that those see more results, quicker results, insane results, as opposed to only sticking with me in person. Right. And I've noticed that, with this online and with this this app allowing people to have their own programs and navigate the gyms and workout environments that they have to their disposal has given them the confidence to do that alone. Would you say that's happened to you, working out on your own?
Oh gosh, yes. I was one of those people that I would go in the gym by myself if I would go in the gym by myself. So first it was an if. Then when I got to the when, I I used to stand there and not know what the heck to do. Or if I did do stuff, it was the safe exercises, what I consider safe, nothing with free weights, no squats, no, it was all machine based. And now over time, I have the ability. I just walk in. I head straight to the dumbbells and in amongst all the men. You just walk straight in there. Never would have done that even 8, 10 months ago. I wouldn't have done that. So
Nice.
this has given me, okay, I know what I have. I get to the point where I don't even have to look at it. I know what the routine should be, the reps, what my weight should be, and I just go in and go for it.
Nice. Nice. That's amazing, Bethany. Wow, that's crazy. Big changes in the last 8 months to a year, or if not a little bit more, right?
Yep. Yep.
That is insane. That's amazing. So, looking at these questions here, how else have you benefited in terms of tracking your macros and your meals in the last year and a half or so?
So I use this in conjunction with the MyFitnessPal app to plug in my food and it crosses over to here. So I'm able to see my trends in the online, your online app, which is awesome because I can look back and be like, oh my gosh, look where I was to where I am. Or if I
Mhm.
forget what my macros should be, I just look to where you've put it in and I can re-reference.
Mhm.
It holds me accountable. And then you can also see my progress too, because it's all in one place.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And man, with the competition coming up and with the changes that your body has to go through, it's definitely more than average, extreme if anything, of changes in macros and weight and everything, right? You know, how simple is it, but also how difficult is it, and what is needed to get to that point, Bethany?
So on the simple side, the simple part is setting the goal and kind of having the plan laid out for you like the app gives me. So I love the structure of it. That's the easy part. I can read it, it's right there. It keeps me consistent and accountable. Beautiful. The hard part is you have the tools, but you as a person, so me as a person, I had to have it from within to want to do it. So there's not someone
Mhm.
holding my hand every 5 seconds. I'm either going to do it or I'm not. So the hard part is I gotta want to do it. I gotta push myself. Some days I don't want to, but I
Mhm.
do it anyway.
Mhm.
And then you have to have people around you that are going to support you because when it gets hard, that's super important. And I have a very small circle, and that's perfectly okay with me, but it's
Mhm.
definitely needed.
Mhm. Awesome. That's amazing, Bethany. Man, that's crazy. Awesome. So, how was establishing the daily habits as well as setting goals in general helpful for you?
Well, routine and consistency leads to it becoming second nature. So initially it was like, oh shoot, I almost forgot to do this. I got to go in. So it was a nice reminder.
Mhm.
And after X amount of days, 3 weeks or so, it just became part of my daily routine without having to think about it. I go in and I mark it off at the end of every day,
Mhm. Mhm.
but I don't need that to remind me to do it anymore.
Mhm. Mhm. That's amazing. Wow, that's crazy, Bethany. So you already established these habits and you feel like you could just do it well on your own.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes. Yes.
Let me see. Yeah, so could you tell us a little bit more about how having a coach guiding you was for you in your journey so far?
For this specific goal, I mean, my whole fitness journey, it's had its ups and downs, but that's a me thing, not a you thing as the coach. That's a me thing because we all go through it. But specifically with this goal of the show, there would have been no possible way for me specifically to be able to do this without a coach. Like some people do it on their own. They do, and kudos to them. But for
Hmm.
me specifically, um, not only is it going to help me get up there and hopefully win, but
Hmm.
even past the show, it's given me the confidence to walk into the gym and do my thing.
Hmm. 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 That's amazing. And that is something you could take on for the rest of your life, correct?
Yeah, because once you find a good coach, unless there's a reason to not keep that coach, no matter what the circumstances are, in my opinion, you
Hmm.
should stick with that same person because no matter what the
Hmm.
goal is, online, in person, you're going to get there if you have someone you can trust and is going to help you.
Hmm. Hmm. I know we definitely developed that trust over the years, huh?
6 years of trust and
Yeah.
everything else that goes with it.
Yeah, but I can't say this enough, Bethany, but of course I'll say this recorded as well. You've been absolutely diligent, consistent in everything that you've done, and that is why you are where you are. Whenever I said that you needed to do something specifically, you said, okay, that is my go-to to get the coaching, apply as best as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Perfection wasn't always there. No one has perfection. Application, that's all we needed. And that's where it got you to the point where you are. And now people are seeing your results. They're like, oh, I wish I was there. You're like, what? You know how many years
Yes.
and things I had to adjust and change and be consistent with?
Yep.
It's been nothing short of amazing seeing your transformation and being a part of it as well. And now seeing even more how you push through more goals later on, which is the importance of, setting goals, not only your short term goals, but more goals along the way, your
Yep.
long term goals, and then more after that. Because it's
Yep.
a lifestyle, right?
Yep. 100%.
That's amazing. So, if someone was on the fence about hiring a coach, because hiring a coach is definitely an investment, what would you, what advice would you give them?
This is a great question because I, as you know, I was one of those people that 6 years ago I was anti-trainer, anti-personal trainer, anti-coach. I'm not doing it. It's never worked in the past. No. And here I am. Again, I never would have believed it. Here I am, this amount of time with the same coach. I would tell people you got to jump in the deep end of the pool and give it a try. Go off of who people recommend. So I got connected to you through Andrew, my husband. So me personally, I wouldn't just willy nilly go in the I'm going to say phone book. That's going to show my age now. Open up a phone book and look for a trainer. Google a trainer. But look at reviews. Go off of word of mouth, because when you find somebody that's good, which I have, and I'm so grateful for the change I've been able to have over the last 6 years. It is definitely worth the time, the investment, the frustration, the laughs. It's worth it all.
100%. Wow, that's amazing, Bethany. Thank you so much for taking your time to do this testimonial. I appreciate all your hard work, and I look forward to seeing your goals even further along.
Yes. We'll
All
get
right,
there together.
we will. We will.
Awesome.
Awesome.